I don't think I do it.
But Arsenal started like a house on fire. Signing number 2 for this new era. It's Judgment Day, people. Yeah! What did your boy tell you? It was never in doubt. Never in doubt. Don't believe in any luck, I believe I'm self-made, yeah. Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. And I wonder if we'll be hearing that scream come the end of May, because it has been announced, not officially, but Sam Allardyce is coming in the door. Javi Gracia will leave tomorrow as well. Please do, before we begin, I've got someone joining me a little bit later on. They'll be here soon to talk about Sam Allardyce. Before they come in, though, I want to just catch up on the chain of events, how much he's going to be paid, who's going to be coming with him, all the ins and outs, his record at keeping teams up, etc. We'll go through all of that. Please do smash a like on the video, get your comments in, and, of course, hit that notification bell. And the road to 20K starts today, folks. The road to 20K starts today. Yesterday, we hit 19K. We are already well on our way to 20K. Set that target by the end of May that the Just Joe Football Show has 20,000 subscribers. It'd be amazing if we could do that. Listen, you know me, I like to come live early morning, late at night. It is what it is. I finished work and took the dogs out for a walk, fed them, watered them, all that jazz. Had a bit of food myself, and now we're ready to go. Look, I was working and I watched the debrief. Big up to the lads on the debrief, Gabe, Connor and Brownie. And again, this isn't, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I'm not digging anyone out here. I'm just saying I was quite depressed by it. And again, this isn't calling anyone out. I was just quite down because no one had any belief. Brownie tried to, but no one seemed to have any belief. It was almost comical. And I understand it. It is a shit show. So people are going to laugh. But I was listening to it and I just thought, no, man, no. We've got to believe, man. We've got to give this a go. Let me just shut this door. The dogs are playing, and I don't know if you can hear them going. But yeah, I was just like, no, lads. I wanted to join in. Obviously, you know, I was at work, but I half wanted to go. Let me on this stream now, Connor, so I can give you the good feeling, man. Give you the good feeling and give you the hope. Because that's all we've got as football fans. I listened to KG as well. And KG was more so saying, listen, it is what it is. And Stephen says Connor is a realist. I don't believe that it's not out of the realms of possibility. It feels like no one's giving us a chance within the fan base as well. It feels like no one's giving us a chance. I put a poll out after it as well, which has had over 1,000 votes at this point. And I asked, will Leeds United go down? And 65.5% of them people think we will. And again, that's a bit disappointing, because I do believe that we can get something out of these next 4. I genuinely think 3 or 4 points. If Gracia was still in charge, I could understand people not saying we're getting anything, right? But we will. We're not going to lose every game between now and the end of the season. Not for me. We won't. You know, there's talks of 5, 6, which City could do to us, but I think we'll look better defensively. And I agree with Juan. I think a lot of people are underestimating the appointment. Of course, none of us wanted this. And expected this to happen, 18 months after Bielsa. Elsa's, I'm getting too emotional, but that's what my football club does to me. As I was listening to people taking the piss out of the football club, and again, it wasn't meant in a negative way from them. I must clarify that. But I was listening to it going, no, man, no. But that's how I am, innit? I was like, we can't have this. No, we need to believe. We need to believe. Neil says, how do we stop individual errors? I don't think they'll be in a position to make individual errors. That back 4 is going to stay put.
It's going to stay put. I think it's just my opinion again, and opinions are like arseholes, you know. Everybody's got one. Some are dirtier than others. You know what I mean? But I do believe, why not? Back to basics. Why can't we do this? Why can't we do this? You know, the mad thing is, and KG said the same thing, and I've heard it off opposing fans. The opposing fans are worried. Leicester fans are worried. Forest fans are worried. Because who's the ultimate shithouse? Who's the relegation survival king? Sam Allardyce. Everyone wants to go, oh, well, what about West Brom? But West Brom were bad. West Brom were nothing like the level of players that we have. And our squad ain't that great. But, you know, Michael Normanton mentioned it on the square ball, and I mentioned it yesterday. If you look at their squad, Conor Gallagher and Sam Johnston aside, not one of them's playing Premier League football. You had Lee Peltier, which for me was one of the worst right-backs to ever play for Leeds United. Shocking footballer. How he ever made it to the Premier League is beyond me. Lee says, Big Sam has given me hope, mad, but it's true. That's all we have as football fans. I'm aware I can be emotional and, you know, we could lose. And, well, we're all expected to lose on Saturday anyway, so that doesn't really matter for me. But don't forget that there are many twists and turns in a relegation battle. Don't forget that Big Sam has also managed at West Ham and Newcastle. There's a story in this. There's a story in this. Tottenham are not good. Players leaving. Defensively shambles. We can get at them. We can get at them. And I do not think it's by any stretch of the imagination done. And it was disappointing to hear people say that, but I understand as well. El says you're angry with disappointment. What do you want to do? Stick with Gracia? Or then people saying, get Potter now, get this man now. That was never going to happen. Of course, there's chatter that Leeds want Brendan Rodgers in the summer. And that could happen, you know. That could happen maybe. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see in that. But let's go through some of the articles before my guest joins us. Marco, get down, son. I know you've missed me, mate, but just get down while I do this, please. This is the Athletic article. Big up to Carol. Thank you very much. Carol has just become a member of the Just Joe Football Show. You too can become a member. It's $4.99, I think. It's just a way of helping to support the channel. Katrina says, listen to the dogs. Can you hear them grunting and shuffling and that? They're just having a good time. They're having a good time together. Having a little nibble on one another and that. They've just been on a walk. JT's joining us for those that are asking. JT's going to be joining us shortly, okay? And do you know why as well? Do you know why? I was sat at work and I said to myself, as I was listening to the debrief, I was going, and it's great content, by the way. I was going, who is going to believe like me? Who's going to give it the big one like me? And I thought, there's only one man for the job. There is only one man for the job, and it's the hype man himself, Mr. JT. But this is the Athletic article that came out within the last hour. Leeds United are set to confirm the appointment of Sam Allardyce tomorrow after finalising terms for the former England boss to become their new head coach. Allardyce is expected to arrive in Yorkshire in the morning on a deal to the end of the season, taking on the task of averting relegation in Leeds' last 4 Premier League games. Big up to Chris Richmond, who's also just become a member of the Just Joe Football Show. Thank you very much, and I'll make you moderators next time I'm on YouTube. I've just got loads of screens up at the minute. We will bring JT has arrived, people. JT, the hype man, has arrived. We will get him with us in a sec once I've just gone through some of these articles to bring everyone up to date. So, Allardyce is expected... Boys, pack it in. Oh, they're having a proper go here now. Come on, out you go. It's too loud, lads. The mic picks you up. Come on. Go on, go play out there for me. Go on. I'll be out soon. So back to the article. Allardyce is expected to arrive in Yorkshire in the morning on a deal to the end of the season, taking on the task of averting relegation in the last 4 Premier League games. We opened talks with him on Monday after deciding to sack existing head coach Javi Gracia. Some of the names that were Also mentioned was Tony Pulis and Lee Bowyer. Thank God we didn't go near Tony Pulis. That was on TalkSport earlier on. But this is what I'm saying. This is the best of a bad bunch. And Sam Allardyce is the tip of that iceberg. I think we've got the best appointment out of the group that was mentioned. I definitely wouldn't be on the Tony Pulis hype train. But there's something about Big Sam that makes me go, do you know what? Yeah. Gracia's departure will also be confirmed tomorrow. Someone actually sent me, I just want to shout them out as well. Someone sent me a picture on Facebook Messenger. It was quite sad, actually. Big up Keith Britton. Let me just show you it. He sent me a picture on Facebook Messenger. That's Javi Gracia in TK Maxx buying him and his crew buying suitcases. They were buying suitcases, man. I felt a bit sorry, man. My man's at TK Maxx buying cheap suitcases to get a flight back to Spain. But yeah, there he is. So big up to your man who sent me that. But back to the article. JT will be joining us. JT, I know you're waiting, bro. I just want to get through these articles and then we can get you on. Other members of staff oversaw today's training at Four Park with Allardyce's appointment imminent. Allardyce's first session is scheduled for tomorrow. It'd be interesting to see if we actually hear from him in sort of press conference kind of aspect, or will he just want to get down to the bare strips of it. Sammy Lee, unfortunately, won't be joining him. I'm a little bit disappointed about that because obviously Sammy Lee was the one that swapped jackets with Bielsa when we played him against West Brom. Instead of swapping shirts, they swapped training jackets. He's on jury duty, so he can't make it. So former Oxford United manager Carl Robinson is going to come in as his coach, and he worked with Allardyce at Blackburn. And a mad twist of fate, we actually spoke to Carl Robinson under the Chileno era when he was doing well at MK Dons, if you remember. But it's a good job I didn't have the Johnny Vaughan on that other channel then. He turned us down at that point, so obviously he was doing well at MK Dons, sorry, yeah. In terms of what he'll be paid, which of course a lot of people are fuming about, but listen, it is what it is. He's going to be paid $500,000 for his 4-game spell in charge of Leeds as they desperately try to beat the drop, and he'll also rake in a staggering further $2.5 million should he keep them in the Premier League. Nice little payday for Big Sam, but listen, this is what Premier League football means. This is what Premier League football means. So he will be paid an absolute shit ton of money, and so he should. Fair play to Big Sam. I'm not going to get it, I'm not going to get on his back for that. So he'll also get 2.5 million and $500,000 a week if he does get the job. This also broke. Now, what I will say, we know now, JT won't be too far. I just want to go through this. This was by the Daily Mail, and everyone's like, oh, the Daily Mail, the Daily Mail, the Daily Mail. But if you've noticed over the last 24 to 48 hours, it's the Daily Mail that seem to be getting all the little scoops. And it's the Daily Mail that, for me, Sam Allardyce will probably be the one feeding them sort of stuff. I don't know. Sam Allardyce, in for a penny, in for a pound, is probably like, give me the money. He'll have a big mouth. He'll be sharing it with his cronies. And they're probably selling these stories. But apparently, Leeds United players are divided and demoralised, with young stars blaming the senior pros for their slide towards the relegation zone. So Sam Allardyce is coming in, he's got big money, but he's got a big task to take on, because it is a complete shit show at the minute. Something happened at halftime against Crystal Palace. We're hearing McKennie and Rocker had a fight. We're hearing McKennie, Rocker and Ayling had a fight. We're then seeing pictures of Jack Harrison sat on his own. It's all a bit mad. Something's gone off. 29 says, I'm gonna break the stories when the season's ended. But apparently there's a big rift. Mail Sport, and are we surprised though? But apparently Mail Sport has learned that there are divisions in the dressing room at Ellen Road mirroring those in the boardroom, which saw the departure of director. It could well be Victor Orta's men versus the 49ers men. I don't know. Just want to shout out Mr. Flippo too, who's also become a member of the Just Joe Football Show. 3 new members tonight. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for your support. Look, a number of players are also understood to have remained loyal to Gracia, who won just 3 of his 11 matches. So something's gone off. There's big fractions. And these fractions between the Leeds younger players and experienced players, probably your likes of your Ayling, your Forshaws, etc., etc. Something needs to change, and someone needs to get the bull by the horns and say, "Listen, I'm not taking this shit anymore." And maybe, just maybe, Sam Allardyce might be that man who's going to come in and set the apple cart. In terms of Sam Allardyce's record, in terms of survival, Blackpool, Notts County, Bolton, Newcastle, and many, many more. He's done really well as a manager. Blackburn Rovers, West Ham took them up from the Championship. Sunderland, Crystal Palace, he did really well at as well. And I think his last job, obviously, Everton as well. He kept them in the league. And then West Brom. West Brom was the last one that was a bit of a stinker for him. And everyone wants to say, oh, well, what about West Brom? What about West Brom? But it's an exception to the rule. It's the anomaly, if you like. But that's us all caught up. Sam Allardyce set to be announced. Javi Gracia is going to get sacked. Big Sam has a lot of rifts to sort out within the dressing rooms. Young versus old. Loads to go on. Can he keep us up? That is the thing. And let's get my good friend JT's opinion on it. Listen, 822.
Oh, what's going on, mate? How are you?
How are you, first and foremost? How's things?
Yeah, very, very good. Sorry, I was 5 minutes late. I was helping my dad with something unacceptable. I get it. But how is everyone? How are we? I'm good.
All good, man. I'm all good. Obviously, Gracia's left. Or will be sacked tomorrow. Big Sam to come in. Are you surprised by the decision to go for Big Sam, bro?
Mate, I'm not surprised by anything anymore. I mean, the amount of stories, the amount of news coming through. I mean, the stuff you're rattling through there this second. Oh my God. I mean, talking about rifts in the dressing room, scraps. If only they showed that kind of fight on the pitch, because ever since half time at Palace, mate, fucking hell, they have been awful. I saw like one half where Rodrigo was running himself ragged against Leicester in the first half. And he was doing the business. Aside from that, I haven't seen anything, mate. And can you... I mean, I'm still struggling to wrap my head around it. I don't know how you are, how we've gone from Bielsa to Sam Allardyce in 15 months.
It's mad. It's mad.
If someone had said that 15 months ago, you would have slapped in the face.
Exactly. I think someone said we've gone from a glass of wine to a pint of gravy. That's almost what it's like, isn't it? It's mad.
It's ridiculous. I mean, if he keeps us up, though, it could be written in the stars. I did always like him because he is a bit of a meme, he is. And if he keeps us up, I tell you now, I don't even have any tattoos. I will get a big fat Sam tattoo, a nice picture of him at the chippy going straight on my chest if he keeps us up. Heck, I'll even get it on as part of my French on my forehead if he keeps us up.
Do you think he will keep us up, mate? Are you confident that he could?
Mate,
come on, mate. You're supposed to bring me the hype, man. You're supposed to bring me the hype.
Yeah, would you believe it? The last game we had against Bournemouth, I actually predicted we would draw that game. Wow.
Ooh, that shows that things are going
when
down.
It's crazy, mate. That's when things are crazy. What's up, Skip? I have to have faith. And I have a bit more faith now that we've got Sam Allardyce, just because... it would be beautiful. It'd be written in the stars for big fat Sam to come in and save us at the last second. But it's so tough. It's tough to have confidence because every week I've had confidence. They've ripped it out of us. Right now, honestly, it just feels like those players are just ripping your heart, your soul, your hope, your belief, everything out with every single game. I mean, I haven't spoken to you since before. I believe it was probably before. Was it before the Palace game? Was it after?
So, yeah, bro.
Yeah. So how have you been dealing with everything since then?
You know me, mate. The way I am as a fan is I'm always looking for the next positive, for the next thing that I go, do you know what? We might be all right. Apart from under Jesse, it's quite funny. I said something. I know I'm an optimist, and someone said I've never seen you being an optimist, but obviously Jesse just ripped that from me. But it had to change. It had to change, bro, because, for me, I was like looking at Fulham, Leicester and Bournemouth and saying minimum 4 points, maybe 6. And then for us to come out of that with just 1 point, You just look at it and
No,
go,
minimum 4. I was thinking minimum 6, mate. All we had to
well, there
do
you go. But
beat
we got
Leicester
1 point,
and
man.
beat Bournemouth, and we are
Yeah.
chilling now. Bamford,
Yeah.
honestly, this guy, I can't believe it. I haven't seen him use it. He's used his right foot once where he scored that deflected goal. Every single other attempt the rest of the season, he's been forcing it onto his left foot like nobody's business. The one time he's actually meant to use his left foot, he decides to use his right foot, and he misses from 3 yards out. And completely changes everything. Fine.
And this is the thing.
Man.
Yeah, results change everything. Like, I've been watching a lot of Sam Allardyce stuff over the last 24 hours, and I watched a podcast where he said people underrate this, but it's one of the most important things. The first thing I do is stop them conceding goals. And even if you get a 0-0, it's a step. And like you said, if Bamford finds the back of the net against Leicester, we could be in a totally different scenario. But they had that fight against Palace. Whatever's gone off, something's gone off, and it'll probably come out in the wash. But since then, it's just gotten from bad to worse, and they haven't been able to catch a break. Now, a lot of this is on the players. Don't get me wrong. I think
90% of it is on the players.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't like the stories. I don't know if you heard of it, of them apparently complaining to the backroom staff about Javi Gracia, and apparently they went and said he's not the man for the job.
Well,
now, I don't like that. They need to take
there's too much power now, bro.
Themselves.
There's too much power now within that squad. For me, they've become part of the furniture, some of them. And that's why I think Victor's had to be gone and all that sort of stuff as well. Because I think in the Leeds United statement, it was along the lines of something like he's responsible for the morale in the group or something. I don't know. The whole shit stinks. And
as it usually does.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I was going to say
it usually does. Yeah, surprising. I know.
Exactly.
I got a lot of love for Orta. I met him myself. He seemed like an all right chap. He thought my sister was my girlfriend for some reason. That was slightly weird. But it was. But it was. I had a short, brief conversation with him. Asked him if we were going to sign anyone big. Of course, we didn't end up signing anyone big. We ended up having an absolute shambles after that. But the thing that really, really gets me on Orta is apparently, I don't know how much truth there is to this. Apparently, probably a couple months before Marsh was sacked, we were seriously deliberating bringing Unai Emery in for him. Yeah, and he was the one that apparently turned around and said, no, not going to happen. And if that's true,
he said, I'll resign.
Absolutely ruined us, because Emery, we would be chilling under Emery.
I know. They were gonna sack Jesse, and he went, if you sack Jesse, I'm going to resign.
No.
And then they wanted Unai Emery. Yeah, exactly. It's all coming out in the wash now, isn't it?
I love the guy, though. I do, because of I can't get the images out of him dancing at Derby with the binoculars and everything.
Yeah, but what about when he went second aboard, and then started swearing at us all and that? So
fair enough. He's a passionate guy.
No, man. I used to fall for that tripe as well. He's a knob. Dylan says, hi, Joe. It can't get any worse. Let's get on the big Sam hype train. It's still doable, and Sam is a pro in these situations. Bring on City away. That's what I mean. Have you allowed yourself, or am I just being batshit crazy, to even conceive that Leeds could imagine getting a 0-0 draw at City? It'd feel like it'd just be amazing. I mean, it's not going to happen.
The tragic thing is a 0-0 draw at City doesn't feel amazing. That's the tragic thing.
Does.
No, if we'd have got results elsewhere, it does. But if we get a draw, we could feasibly still drop into the relegation zone. That does not feel amazing for me to get a draw, unless if it's like a last-minute equaliser or something like that. I actually had a lot of hope that we were going to win until I checked the table and I saw that City are actually technically about 4 points clear of Arsenal, because they're 2 points below Arsenal, but they have 2 games in hand. I thought they were 3 points. I thought that if we beat them, it would put everything back in Arsenal's hands. And at that point, I thought, well, mate, we stopped Arsenal from winning the league in 2002, 2003. How amazing would it be to give them the league in 2023? Plus, being involved in the title races, always a great thing. So I have a bit of hope on the shit. And it does right itself, doesn't it? The ultimate shithousery. You bring in the biggest shithouse manager of Sam Allardyce, and then you end up shithousing the title away from City at the last second. It would be amazing, wouldn't it?
It would be, bro. But
It's more
Yeah,
hope than realism, isn't it?
exactly. But that's all we have, man. I'm so disappointed to see people like just almost giving up. It feels like they're giving up. I think we've given ourselves the best opportunity, man. Something had to change. Something had to change. And
But I think there's been. Have you not seen an uplift since this Sam news has come? People a bit more positive since then.
nah, everyone's just laughing at us. They're old fans, which I understand, but I almost take it a little bit personal. I'm like, no, man, let's have some belief, man. We can do this. We can do this. Genuinely, I'm excited for City away on Saturday. I am, bro. Yeah. Why not?
I feel sick. I don't think you understand how petrified I am of going down to the Championship. I am petrified of that. I'm scarred from all those years down there. I do feel more confident now, like more happy now, because at the end of the day, it can't get any worse. If you spoke to me like a week ago, especially, then especially because I'm usually very optimistic, very up. I didn't know. Like I hope and obviously pray that we stay up, but there was nothing to give me any confidence. When we're sat there getting slapped 4-1 by Bournemouth, at the end of the day, we can try and give as much hope and confidence as we want. If the players aren't giving us any hope or any confidence, then how the hell are we meant to give any hope or any confidence? They have to give me something to get behind. At least Sam Allardyce, I mean, it's a meme, so it is what it is, and that gives me a little bit of confidence that maybe, you know, there could just be a bit of magic in the air.
That's what I'm saying.
Such a mess, mate.
It is. David says it's a big bloody mess, and that's no one's denying that fact. You know, no one wanted us to be in a situation when we're having our third manager in the same season and we're having to pay the ultimate firefighter 2.5 million plus $500,000 in wages just, you know, in the last 4. But ultimately, if we get Premier League survival, the 49ers take over, it'll all be worth it. People that say drop down and all that shit, Premier League's the pinnacle.
No. If we drop down, we're screwed, mate.
Everyone says, oh, give over, Joe, excited. It's not so much as in excited that I think we're going to win, because it's going to be very, very tough. But it's like, it's just given me a new lease of life, in a sense. You know what I was like with the Bambaleo. And now I'll be like, get the gravy out, man. Northern boys love gravy
out on the supercomputer.
Yeah, it is. Come on, man. We can do this, man. We can do this. Why not? Yeah.
You could say it's different gravy under Sam Allardyce.
Yeah, exactly. Let's do it. And I think... Sorry. I'm knackered, bro.
No, I can tell. I can tell.
Yeah.
Need a little shot of caffeine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Why? But like Johnny Garner says here, 360 minutes to work a miracle. This is a mad thing, JT, as well. It's not even that much of a miracle. We're still not in the bottom 3, bro.
Oh, it is a miracle. That's why I got to strongly disagree with you. If we stay up, it is by divine intervention. For us to stay up right now, it is a miracle beyond miracles. Yes, we're not in the bottom 3, but we are on 30 points with 4 games to go, with 3 oppositions out of our last 4 being City, Newcastle, and Spurs. I mean, from that position to stay up, that is nothing short of a miracle. If we do that, with City coming up, if we beat City, then that is honestly...
I don't think we'll beat City.
Coasting us. Well, we have to. We have to. If we want any hope of staying up, we have to beat City.
JT, my dogs are barking at summer. I'm going to leave it in your capable hands.
You're going to leave it in my hands. What about you guys then? Well, he's giving me the full screen. Wow, I have got the full keys to the kingdom. What is going on, boys? Right, I'm looking pretty crystal sharp HD here. Sorry for you guys being left in the hands of me. But what are your guys' thoughts anyway, mate? Freddie Mac, City have destroyed the Premier League so much with their shake money. They should just play themselves. Sheffield Wednesday fan here. At least you get to go, mate. We don't want to go to the Championship, mate. There is not a snowball's chance in hell that if Leeds go to the Championship, things go well. I do want to say why I think Leeds going down is terrible. Because first of all, if we have any aspirations of Europe, you need to be in the Premier League for at least a couple of years to build a squad up in order to be able to challenge for that. You can't do it within a year or two. It's not sustainable. If we go down, we lose Nanto for a cut fee. We lose Sinistera for a cut fee. We lose Harrison. We lose Rodrigo. We lose Bamford. We lose all these players. Then we've got Radrizzani going off to Italy to buy Milan. That's going to be a big problem. Then we got the 49ers who probably don't want to buy Leeds if we go down. So to say we can go down and bounce back up and everything will be great, it completely restarts our whole mission objective again if we go down. We have to restart that whole 5-year project or whatever the hell it was all over again. We were meant to have a flipping 60,000-seater stadium by now. What's happened to that? How does that just come to our mind? Hey, Joe? Remember we were promised.
I know, exactly.
Oh,
I know.
2024 we'll be in Europe and we'll be sitting in a 60,000-seater stadium. Well, yeah, right, man. More like a 6,000-seater stadium. Well, this is
I know, right? It's mad, isn't it? How many points do you think we need to stay up?
35 minimum.
So 5 points, you think?
I'd say 6, but 5 minimum.
6 definitely keeps us up.
I don't know.
I think 4 would keep us up.
No, 4 does not keep us up. No.
You don't think?
No.
1 win and a draw?
There's like 3 teams on 30 points right now. 4 does not keep us up. 4
I think 4 keeps us up.
Too risky, in my opinion, mate. Too risky.
Yeah, no, it's risky. It's risky, but we do have a better goal difference over Forest. We have a better goal difference over Everton as well.
Just now, our goal difference was so much better. Our goal difference, that was one thing that could also have propped us up, and it's just been completely shot this past month. I mean, if you're going to bring a guy in whose whole ethos is stopping us conceding, why didn't you do it 21 goals ago, man? Why'd you wait till now? And it all strikes me of too little, too late. That's the wrong statement, but we just seem to miss the boat. We do everything too late. We sacked Jesse Marsh 6 days after the transfer window shut. We sacked Javi Gracia with 4 games to go after getting embarrassed for like 5 games in a row. Why do we wait until our house is literally burnt to a crisp before we do something? Why don't we do something when the smoke detector's going off? Huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, it's almost as if they were trying to, but Victor Orta vetoed it all, bro. Victor Orta was vetoing it all, threatening to leave and all that. They should have let him leave. You want to resign? Go on your bike. Arjun Olak who's also become 4 new members tonight. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you all, folks.
Wow, to you guys.
Absolute legends. Thank you, Arjun Olak. David Lund said it's a bloody mess, which I got up. I just want to shout out lad to Leeds. Miss you, bro. He says, JT, no way do we have to beat City. It's about Toon and Spurs at home, West Ham away. The fact we have Alabol incoming destroys me. But by doing this move, we've increased our chances of a miracle. That's the thing, innit? We've increased our chances. Colin says, shave their heads and form a group of lunatic football, Vinnie Jones-esque nutcases that can somehow keep us up, please, Sam. City and West Ham, we've cut finals to be worrying about. Gutted as well. That's the thing as well. Listen, Man City's a write-off, forget it. But West Ham do play 4 times in 10 days, which could help us, bro. They have a European Conference League semi-final away leg 2 days before they play us. So, yeah, there's a lot riding on that, but they might not be safe themselves, you know. And this is the mad thing as well, isn't it, Justin, that we might not get another point and still stay in the division.
No,
if South, no, but it could happen. It's conceivable. If Southampton, I know it's mad. If Southampton beat Forest on Monday, I'm convinced we probably don't need another point. That's why I think even 4 points keeps us up.
Southampton couldn't beat Stevie Wonder at a game of darts, let alone beat a team in the Premier League. What are you talking about, mate? You're putting our hopes on Southampton beating Forest. And then if Southampton beat Forest, they're 3 points behind us. So I don't see any conceivable reality that 30 points keeps us up. I'd love it. I love it, and I feel I deserve, but I just don't see that happening, man. I don't know. You're filling me with a little bit of confidence. So I can feel the big fat Sam factor coming in.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah, got to fill up the juices a bit.
Jamie says Allardyce last 30 games in charge equals 4 wins. Why do you think the chance is any bigger? Well, because he has history at keeping teams up. There's only one team he's not done it with. He's never been relegated before West Brom. That's why. Come on, bro. You know.
4 wins. How many games does he have left for Leeds?
yeah.
4 games, 4 wins. It's written in the stars, man. He's going to win every single game. We're going to get 42 points, and we're going to be chilling. We're going to be above Chelsea. All right.
Yeah, Chelsea. Wow. Chelsea. Another loss tonight. Another loss tonight for Chelsea, which is nice. Yeah, Archie, I agree with you. Mate. It's not too far from that against 3 points. And to be honest, I think we can beat Spurs as well. Yeah, and Jamie, we can live in hope. That's all we've got, bro. That's all we've got. But I think we've got the best man at the helm for 4 games. You know, why not? Why not? You know, Sam Allardyce. We have rolled the Allardyce, and hopefully it lands on a
rolled the Allardyce. Oh,
yeah,
mate.
you like that?
I love that. That's shot.
1 against Newcastle and 3 against West Ham. Yeah, listen, I think he'll do it. I think he's going to do it.
I hope, mate.
I think he's going to do it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see. It's mad, isn't it, that I'm saying this, but I cannot wait for Saturday. I cannot wait for Saturday to play City and see how he lines up and see how he goes about it. See Liam Cooper at the back just hoofing it long into the channels and Willie Gnonto trying to get in behind, I don't know, Luis Diaz. And you just never know, man. You just never know. At least Gnonto's going to play every game. He's on record as saying he cannot believe that Willie Gnonto's not been playing under Javi. So Willie Gnonto's going to play.
Well, actually, it's funny that you said that. I was actually going to ask you, how do you see him lining up? What kind of squad? What changes do you see him making?
So I think he'll change the goalie first and foremost. Because
Robles.
No, I think he will, bro. I think he'll put Robles in because he's got experience. He's a wiser head. He doesn't want his keeper to be great on the ball. He wants his keeper to go long. And to be fair, mate, Meslier needs to come out just for his own sanity.
Meslier awful.
Yeah,
and not to jump in too much, but I can't believe the recruitment we've made. We've possibly signed the one goalkeeper in England who's actually worse than Meslier in Robles. If anyone was ever in need of WD-40, it's that guy. He is stiff. He's like a literal brick wall moving around.
I like Meslier. You know, I do. I do like Meslier. It's just not been going well for him of late.
Mellier's just shit.
Oh,
he's not stiff. he's just.
Yeah, Philip, context, bro. Best manager for this scenario for 4 games. Yeah, I do. People go, Pep couldn't even keep us up. Pep wouldn't be the right manager in this scenario for 4 games.
Yeah, I'd bite your hand off for Pep, but
no, he wouldn't be the right manager for 4 games in this scenario. I stand by that.
4-4-2 though.
Yeah. I do believe. I do think it'll be 4-4-2. So for me, I think it'll be Robles in goal. I think he'll go Fairport left back. No, actually, I don't even think he'll go that if he's got. Because he won't want his fullbacks to go forward. So you might even see Strout maybe play back in there. Vober at left back if fit. I think Koch and Cooper at centre back. I wish we had Creswell because he played bloody Creswell.
Cooper came off with a bit of a knock before.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? So maybe Cooper might not play. I think he might even play Rasmus. I genuinely think he might play Rasmus because he won't want his fullbacks going forward. Rasmus is better defensively, you could argue, and Rasmus likes to hoof it long. So I think he'll play Rasmus. I think in midfield, it'll be Forshaw and Rocker. I think McKennie will come out. Or he might even play him further up.
I don't see him playing McKennie. No.
No, neither do I. And I think, Forshaw... Yeah. I think he likes a midfield. He likes a defender to be able to play with the ball, i.e. get balls long, which you're probably looking at Cooper if fit. If not, it'll be Voba. And he likes a midfielder to do that. That'll be Mark Rocker. Mark Rocker alongside Forshaw for me, or maybe he uses JB or someone like that. And then it'll probably be maybe McKennie further up, but I'd argue it'll be Rodrigo. On the right will be Harrison. And on the left will be Gnonto, but they might switch. And then up top will be Patrick Bamford. Or
What, so
maybe even
two
Rutter.
strikers?
It could be Rutter.
So Bamford and Rodrigo up front.
Yeah, but Rodrigo
I'm
just
telling
behind,
you
do know
for
what I mean?
a fact, I will put money on the fact that against City, Bamford will be starting. Sam Allardyce has Patrick
Yeah.
Bamford written all over his forehead.
Yeah.
He wants that
I
target
agree with
man. I don't know
Yeah.
how I feel about it, but
before though, mate. Maybe if he's not the one who's going to find the back of the net, he's going to be able to win the headers or get the knock-ons that allow Nonto or Harrison to get in behind. I think we'll see a better. This might sound mad, but I think Sam Allardyce could get the best out of a Jack Harrison.
oh yeah,
I genuinely believe that.
Jack Harrison. Yeah, I mean Jack Harrison was playing really well until he signed.
No,
his
he was. He was one of the
contract
shining
extension.
lights.
Yeah, they signed his contract extension. He's although he was
Mm.
actually arguably, I think he was one of our better players in the last game, even. But
Yeah, he was. John JT, what formation would you play? Well, he'll go 4-4-F in 2 or an iteration of that, something like that, won't he? I just want to see Big Sam laugh at Aronson. Yeah, I don't see Aronson playing much. He's too weak. He's not built for this. Smash a like, please, says Danny Rumsey. Listen, we've got 905 people in the chat. Please make sure you go out and go over and check JT's channel out as
and
well.
302 whole goddamn likes. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you're liking from, but I know it's you 302. Are absolute living legends. So shout out to you guys liking, mate, and support the boy here, Joe. Up again, another 11 p.m. stream. Sorry, and he's here again. Despite how crap Leeds have been, he's still here, giving you the hope, giving you the joy. So shout out to you guys, and I've seen a lot of love in the chat around here. A lot of top G's in here. So shout out to you guys.
Yeah, I'm just watching the week of football, right? I've just gone on your channel, and your last video for the week of football was R.I.P. Brexit ball. Well, we're bringing it back, baby. We're bringing it back, JT.
Oh yeah,
we're bringing it back, mate. We're bringing it back.
Brexit back. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Do you think there's any chance he plays Rutter ahead of Bamford or what? Probably not, eh?
Rutter ahead of Bamford? No.
No, like
be
instead of, you know what I mean?
Oh no. Like I said, there is no way Bamford's not starting. He's English, he's British, he's tall. He can win a header. He's Sam Allardyce's man. There's no two ways about it.
Like previously, he's had people like Benteke and stuff when he was at Palace, up to the big man, and then knock-ons for the likes of Zaha and that to run on to. So I think we'll see more of that. We'll see more of that, and I don't know.
I more games though.
Yeah, maybe it was the choice. But listen, this is the thing. This is how you knew Orta had got sacked yesterday when you seen us linked to to Sam, because you knew that Victor Orta's not making these decisions anymore. Victor Orta would have never gone for that. Do you know what I mean? So he wanted Javi. Yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. But hopefully, Brexit Bam Bam keeping us up maybe. I think there's enough there, bro. This is the thing. You know, there is enough within our squad to get points, I think, mate.
Our squad shouldn't be where it is. I mean, simple as this. I mean, when we signed Javi Gracia, I mean, when did Bournemouth sack Nathan Jones? It was around a similar time when we sacked Marsh and brought Javi Gracia in. And they have, I don't care what way you want to slice it, their squad is nowhere near. It's not even on the same Richter scale, not even on the same league as the Leeds' squad. But in that time, they brought a new manager in and somehow managed to get like pretty much double our points in that period. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, this was another thing that got announced as well. Obviously, we were supposed to be signing Akamak from Barcelona, but that deal's off now that Victor Orta's left. But listen, as good as this kid might go on to be, I was sick. Why was he still going after wingers? It's all we ever seem to get.
Why is he going after youngsters? Why is he going after like 20-year-old rushers when we need goals now?
Exactly. Big Sam to get his soccer boys in, Ben Shepherd and Mark Wright. Well, mate, maybe they do a better job than some of the players. But do you think he can sort the dressing room unrest out?
I don't know. Like I said, these dressing room unrest stories are all hearsay. I don't know how much truth there is to them. I don't like them all that much anyway. I don't know, because there's a lot of youngsters in there. There's a lot of egos. There's a lot of players from a lot of different countries that may not really buy into the whole Big Sam philosophy. You know, I can't see Big Sam really resonating with a Wilfred Gnonto personally, or a
really?
No, man.
What do you mean resonating?
Well, like, you know, when Big Sam goes in, he's got all those old British geezers, you know, the 30-year-old brick shit houses, and he'll go in and be like, hey, good lads, let's get some points in, bit of 4-4 FE2 action. I can't really see him going up to 21-year-old or 22-year-old Crescencio Somerville like, you're right, son, yeah, I want you running down the wings, whipping balls into Bamford. I don't know if I can see. I mean, I hope so. And if there is anyone out there that is going to be able to solve the dressing room unrest, it probably is someone with the track record of Sam Allardyce.
Yeah, exactly.
I just think, I mean, I said it before when I was speaking to you and you asked me to name and shame some players. There's a lot of players in there that even then smacked me of, I don't really give a flying ass what happens to Leeds. So do I think so? Hopefully. But there's a lot of egos in there, man. What about you? Are there any players that
I think some of the old guard is the ones causing issues with maybe some of these youngsters. I'm not too sure. New signings coming in, upsetting the apple cart as well. You know, I don't think McKennie's worked out. There might be a lot of egos there, having come from Juve, etc. Mark Rocker from Bayern Munich, etc. So maybe there's some of that, and you know, you just don't know, do you? You just don't know what's gone off. And I just don't think Javi, unfortunately, I almost feel sorry for him, but I think he almost was too tepid, too timid to be able to sort anything out. And it's clear, half-time, you know, against Crystal Palace, it went tits up, and he wasn't able to, you know, arrest the slump that we were on, and we were just basically going down. And thankfully, you know, they've made the change. Allardyce is going to come in, and I think, you know, he will go back to basics. You know, we've had Bielsa ball, then we've had, you know, Marsh ball and Javi ball, whatever that was. You know, he's going to come in and say, listen, forget it. Start enjoying the football again. Yeah. Defenders, defend. Don't come past your halfway line unless your wingers in the, you know, the final third. Stay put. You know, as much as people said, you know, oh, we were defensively better, and I was one of them. After Crystal Palace, we just looked as porous as we've ever done. Again,
we also don't have a lot of great defenders, is one thing you have to look at.
No, but the defenders lack in technical ability, and we continue to play out from the back. Sam's not going to do that. Sam Allardyce is not going to do that. We're not going to ask too much of our centre-backs other than to just bloody defend. Don't worry about coming out and getting yourself caught out of position when we see Firpo or Rasmus or even Strout coming out to try and meet that ball against Liverpool. Sam won't have any of that. You stay where you are. You stay on this line almost, you know, line of string. You do not move from this. And I think that will help us. Like, that's what we need right now. We need to arrest the goals that we're conceding. And if we somehow get a 0-0 against Newcastle, it's a positive, it's a point. We then move on to West Ham. We need set pieces. Will improve that, bro. We will improve astronomically at set pieces, both attacking and defending. And that's one of our weak points and has been for seasons. But for me,
defend anything.
Yeah. I think Allardyce will sort that. We won't see Aronson and Harrison over free kicks. It'll be get it in the box, man. Get it in the mixer. Win the second balls. Get it up there to the big man, like you said, up to Bamford, in winning flick-ons, and have them wingers going after it. And whoever's in that number 10, be it McKennie, be it Rodrigo, whoever. You know, and that's what we've gone back to. You know, Sunday League shit. But who cares as long as it keeps you in the Premier League, bro?
No one. I mean, Bamford couldn't flick his hair, let alone a football right now, but hopefully he will be flicking balls on. I don't know who to, because, I mean, the movement up front has been almost non-existent. But yeah, no, I mean, you're right. And the main thing you touched on there is Heavy Gracia being too tepid. I mean, the guy's press conferences, even he could put a glass eye to sleep. He's there. He's like, well, yes, I think, yeah, they played well. We could maybe do this. He barely raised his voice above like 5 decibels. It's not exactly someone that's gonna shove a boot up your ass and fill you with any confidence.
Yeah.
Just every time I heard him spoke, I don't know. It just. Yeah, well, anytime I heard him basically whisper or drivel down the mic, it made me feel more and more nervous. But yeah, I mean, Route 1 isn't exactly glamorous football, but hey, if it works, it works. If it works, it works. And I certainly hope it does. Faith,
Same.
hope, whatever.
I'm actually excited, bro. I'm excited for his first press conference. I want to hear the man speak.
To be fair, he's a charismatic guy. So
yeah, he's charismatic. I can't wait to hear him speak. I cannot wait.
So weird to see.
I can't wait, bro.
In a Leeds jumper.
I cannot wait for my first live reaction to Big Sam's first press conference. It's going to be lit.
And make sure you're tuned in to the channel for that.
Yeah, make sure you do. Yeah, we're on the road to 20k. Make it happen, people. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for Big Sam's first interview as Leeds United manager. I can't, man. Bro, I can't. I'm excited by it, man. It is what it is. He's gonna keep us up. I genuinely believe that. We might even see Rutter, like Jim said there. Big Sam is going to turn Rutter into an Elka. Someone needs to use him. Someone needs to use him.
What a shit show! And actually, it's not like our strikers have been performing very well. Why has he not been given an opportunity in there? I don't understand. He played all right against Fulham in the cup, and then barely saw him get an opportunity. Decisions, mate. It's stupid decisions, but how tragic is that in a way? From a couple of years ago under Bielsa. When we were speaking, to think he'd sit here and say, I am buzzing to see Sam Allardyce press conference.
Oh, that's so true, actually, isn't it? It's mad, isn't it? It is mad, but yeah.
But when he keeps us up, it will be, we'll be nice.
Yeah, Matt says, Joel, get real, we're going down. It's not over, bro. It's not over.
Never over till it's over, my man.
Nah, and there's many, many, many more twists and turns to come yet, I'm telling you. Trust and believe.
And I'm telling you, man, there has to be twists because City are not winning this league. Let me tell you something. They are not. It is written in the stars for Arsenal to win it. Someone has to halt them. And that someone is going to be in the shape of a big fat man that has just left the chippy with battered fish all round his lips. A tub of gravy in left hand and a pint of Stella in the right.
Do you know, all we've been asking from the players as fans is they're not showing any fight. They don't care, right? Oh, no. Trust and believe, right? We probably will get beat on Saturday. We're all expecting us to get beat, right? It is what it is. We're playing City. They're a different beast right now. They're flying.
Someone has to stop them, Joe.
Just hear me though, JT. If he goes with a certain lineup and a certain select group of players and they don't fight, you watch, folks, they won't play again this season. They won't play for Sam again this season. If McKennie, doesn't get back, if someone does it, Sam will go, right, you're not built for this shit. He already knows. He knows, having been in these relegation scraps more than anyone in the game, more than anyone in the game in England, right? He will know straight away. What the sitch is. And he'll look at certain players and go, you have not got the balls for this. You haven't got the mental capacity for this. So that's a big plus because that's where we're at. That's where we're at now. And I think people will be pleasantly surprised with how we go about it in these next 4.
But why do you not bring him in before Bournemouth and Leicester, man?
Yes, I know. Bring him in. I know, but it is what it is.
Because now I'm actually getting confident that this is the greatest manager we'll ever see donning a Leeds United jumper. I mean, aside from Bielsa, obviously, because he doesn't count as a manager because he's just above everyone. But you get me excited that this is literally the second coming of Pep Guardiola to the Premier League. But we've given him 4 games to do it. I don't know, man. I actually feel confident that Big Sam is going to play some magical, swashbuckling Brexit ball. 4-0 wins. Clean sheets every game. Bamford scoring hat-tricks.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, Cuz says, listen, West Brom. Yeah, but West Brom, they're nowhere near the level of team that we have. And that's facts. People say it's our players. West Brom were a lot worse than us. He's got 4 games. He's got 4 games to keep us in the Premier League. He's got 2.5 million riding on it. 2.5 million riding on it.
That is a lot of fish and chips.
It is, man. It is, but...
A lot of red wine as well.
Yeah. But listen, I even feel bad about that shit, man. He's our manager now. We've got to back it. We can't have people taking piss about him.
No, but what do you mean? It's part of an endearing banter, isn't it? You know?
To him. Yeah.
You know, it's not taking the piss out of him. You know, it's part of his character. You know, it's part of his character. But that's why it's because he's such a meme. That's why everyone's buying into it, and not just Leeds fans. You know, everyone in the league. But it is a massive risk. Massive risk. Listen to when he just came on. He was down in the dumps. Now we're beating City. What can I say, man? Joe convinced me. Yeah. You know, the more
this is what I mean. This is what I was trying to do. Folks, you know me. You watch me, right? 45 minutes before kickoff when I come live against Manchester City, and I will be honestly playing every single WWE track going, we are taking these down.
We are taking these down. Mate.
I know I liked it, bro. I've seen it.
Boys in there.
I've been going to the gym, bro, but I'm not at a stage where I can wear vests on streams yet. That'll come in time. Yeah, that'll come in time. But listen, I might be living in cloud cuckoo land, but remember one thing: never doubt your boy. And I'm telling you now, right now, yeah, Leeds United are staying in the Premier League, and Sam Allardyce will win a game of football between now and the end of the season. 100%. I don't even think we'll get beat against Newcastle, bro. I don't. I'm saying it right now. We'll get a point against Newcastle. We'll beat West Ham, and that'll probably do us.
Oh, I don't think we'll win a game.
Really?
We'll win 4 games. That's what we're gonna win. We're gonna win every single game.
Sorry, wrong tune. That's for Javi. Let's do it. Do that again, JT.
We're not gonna win 1 game. We're not gonna win 2 games. We're not gonna win 3 games. We're gonna win every single game from now until the end of the season. We're gonna Shinsuke Nakamura. Where have you whipped that one out from?
Oh, I love it, mate. I've got them all on here, bro. You ready? Listen to this.
Are you ready? I said,
are you ready? Are you ready?
And this is
Sam just on the touchline.
Listen, if that ain't a way to get you all pumped for the weekend, I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is, folks. Do you know what I mean? We'll go, man. We're gonna do it.
What Allardyce is cooking.
Exactly.
time to play the game.
It's all going off. I think that's a perfect way to end the stream, don't you, bro?
It is, yeah. And he's going to come, Sam Allardyce is going to come storming through onto the touchline. Stone Cold Steve Austin, glass shatters. Sam Allardyce strolls in, walks onto the pitch, subs himself on in striker, scores in the last minute. Knee slides in front of the fans.
Exactly. And look, we've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to rally the troops. Saturday, 3:00, it's on. Like Donkey Kong. I'm telling you. We're there, man. We're going to do it. We're getting a point. We're getting a point against Newcastle. Yo, Econ says we get a point away to Newcastle where they're unbeaten in 10. Well, guess what? We're not playing them at St. James's. We're playing them at Ellen Road, bro. So forget about that record. They've got to come, here and get a point. Well, I tell you, I will love it. I will love it if we beat them.
Don't say that. Don't come out with that. That's a cursed quote, mate. I never use that quote for that reason.
Honestly, hopefully it'll happen, man. Hopefully it'll happen. Hopefully
if
it'll
he keeps
happen.
us up, he'll get a statue.
Exactly. Hopefully we'll hear from Sam Allardyce tomorrow and we'll react to that news, folks. Wednesday, I'll be live because we'll be doing West Ham City. We'll be looking at a fellow relegation rival. They're not out of it yet. And, of course, we'll be taking a scouting mission to look at Man City ahead of the weekend to see what they've got about them. I don't think they're all that, to be fair. We'll see, innit? We'll see. So we'll watch that on Wednesday. We'll watch that tomorrow night, folks. And, look, we'll... Thursday. Oh, Thursday, I'm talking to Big Steve. Big Steve's coming on the channel to preview City. And then Friday, of course. And we've got press conferences and all sorts to respond to. But hopefully, Big Sam is the man. Thanks as always for watching. JT's channel is in the description. Make sure you go on over and check that out. And I'll probably see you tomorrow at some point. Peace and love. I'm going to go to sleep now, I think. So I'll see you in a bit. Thanks again, JT. I love you, bro.
No, thanks, man.